It's a new day, Noonan. Yes, it is. And I am slam dunking and butt thumping. Ow. And trying to sit up straight, and it's hard to do. It's me, Noonan Time with Harold. And if it's Harold in the name, then you know that it's good for your health. That's my new slogan. If Harold's in the name, it's good for your health. I am sitting here on Friday morning, 8/7/2026. 8:35 That's how I say it. I say and pum when I talk about the times. And I wanted to reach out to you because we got a Monday morning coming up, and I like to have a podcast, new episode to you every single Monday morning. I am Noonan Time with Harold, and what that means is that I provide a new source to Coweta County, Fayette County, that is a little bit different. It is satirical. We laugh together, but it also highlights and celebrates the businesses and the people that make it special. It is just different. It is outside the box. If an outside the box idea exists, I want to try and do it for Noonan Time with Harold. It can sometimes be confusing to see me post, hey, here's people that I really like, here's businesses you should really like, then go and post some type of satirical news article that makes no sense. But I think I have found a good balance. I'm hitting millions of people every month, 17,000 followers, which I know compared to some of the numbers you see for like Justin Bieber, it's like whatever, that's nothing. But we have a good time. We laugh a lot. My goal is not to trick people. And I know people don't tend to believe that. But I cannot grow a community by tricking people. If I trick people, here's what happens. They see the thing. They think this is real. They realize it's not real. They feel embarrassed and stupid. They're not going to want to feel that again. They're gone. I don't gain followers. I don't gain engagement. I don't gain future customers if I ever try to do a trivia night or something. I gain a one-time laugh, and that is not what I'm here for. I'm here to build the community in a way that I find funny and entertaining. And I'm an improv director. Okay, I was an improv director. Well, that's a spoiler. I will be an improv director for a couple more weeks. So, and what I tell people is some of the magic, like when you're on stage and you're performing, whether it be stand-up comedy, improv, acting, is if you can get to a point where what you find entertaining and what brings you joy, you're able to let the audience share in that, you got it. You made it. That's it. You done it. If you can take your sense of humor, find a way to appropriately, and I don't mean appropriately like PC, but like appropriately, because there's performing entertainment versus just being entertaining. You can be the life of a party, but if you get up on stage by yourself, can you translate that? So it's just, can you connect with the audience in a way of they are laughing with you, not at you? And I think I have hit that with Noonan Time with Harold. It's just a matter of confidence and trying and a lot of failing. So that's what I am. That's what I'm here for. That's my serious speech of the day. And as mentioned in this little bit of a introductory, the idea is that I will no longer be an improv director. And this doesn't really mean anything to most of you. But I have been directing improv for 15 years now at different theaters and different spaces. And I am ready to take a break from that. So I told the theater I currently am at that I would love a replacement to be found. If a replacement can't be found, I'll stick around, but I'm going to change up the way I do things to try to make it, different for me. So I won't get all mushy gushy ushy. Pusheen. Isn't that like a cat? Pusheen cat. Isn't that the cat that all the kids like now? Something like that. But when the day comes that I'm no longer directing improv, I will hit y'all with some sad boy stuff because it's going to be emotional. I'm actually, believe it or not, and Ripley, I'm actually a really emotional person. I was going to say I cry, but I'm on so many medicines for my bipolar 1 that I don't really cry anymore. Every now and then a little tear will sneak out, but I'm real emotional. I'm real sensitive. My feelings get hurt so easily. I think people are out to get me. I get defensive so easily. Like, I'm not a tough boy. I was on the Masculine Revolution podcast earlier this year, maybe late last year. And doing that, like, I was like, what am I supposed to do? Bake? I don't know what to do. I don't know what a masculine revolution. The only thing masculine about me, I can take off with adhesive remover. So, but I am a lot of other great things. I am a proponent for fostering animals. This is called a transition. We foster kittens through the Noonan Coweta Humane Society, and they always need more people to foster their kittens. So if you have it in you to foster some kittens, contact the Noonan Coweta Humane Society. The good thing about fostering kittens, and I say this as somebody who, like I said, I did it a year, is they're adorable. They're not permanent. If there is an issue, you just let the people know. Like I was worried that they're going to give me kittens. The kittens were going to suck. And, you don't want to be a jerk and be like, well, these kittens need a home. I don't want these. But it's not like that. The team at NCHS, we are the very best. NCHS. It just sounds like a high school. At NCHS, Noonan Coweta Humane Society, is so good about checking in with you and making sure you are at a place. Yeah, we had kittens that didn't get along with one of our other cats. All right, bye. We had kittens that weren't litter box trained. Okay, bye. We had kittens that were having upset stomachs when they ate food. Bye. Kittens that scratched. Bye. They'll just take them and put them somewhere else. It needs to be this big thing. So really, you get to do the fun stuff, and you get to go to this cool place called Pokies and collect stuff for the cats. That's really neat. So there's lots of benefits to doing it. The main one being free kitty cuddles as much as your heart can desire and how much as you can handle. Everything about it that you think might be annoying and too much work, they have already thought about and they have already offered a solution. Don't got to pay for stuff. Don't got to get up super early if you don't want to. You just got to make sure these kittens are safe and that they're learning how to be loved on and are getting exposure to things. They're like it's like barring kids, but they're tiny little fluffy sweet kids. We're not fostering right now at this moment because we live in a very small house, and my beautiful Harold Jr. has decided they don't like litter boxes in their room. So before I had a nice little setup because Harold Jr. is also the one who loves the cats the most. So there's a nice little setup where litter boxes were in there. There's a cat door. The cats could come back and forth. But now Harold Jr. doesn't want litter boxes in their room. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't want litter boxes in my kitchen. So we got to figure this out. So there will have to be some time to figure out where can we put a litter box in our home that will make it where we can get kittens again. Because as mentioned many, many times, many, many moons, Harold lives at home and Harold works at home for the most part. And Harold gets lonely. So I sit around at home. It's 8:45 right now. So I've been here alone all day. Since 7:30 when everybody went off to school. I'm just being sleepy. Trying not to go take a nap. Trying to get through this day until I see another human being again at 4:30. It would be nice. It would be dope to have some baby kittens. Like little kitty cats. Little Stitches. Little Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Not Lilo and Stitch. Little and Stitch. Little Stitches from Lilo and Stitch. That would be cool. So I miss it. I miss Stitch. I wish that was a real thing. I watched that for the first time over the summer when they did I don't remember what it called, the Noonan Leisure Services at the big theater in downtown Noonan. I have no idea what the name of it is now. I knew the name. I keep wanting to say Bobby Dodd Stadium, but I know it's not Bobby Dodd Stadium. It's not the Wadsworth. Is it the Wadsworth? And then the other's the Nixon Center? I think it's the Wadsworth. But they're doing the summer movie events, and one of the ones they had was Lilo and Stitch. And it was a live action, and I don't know anything about Lilo and Stitch. I know, the idea behind it very, very briefly. I know Alien, Hawaii. That's it. Didn't know parents were dead. Didn't know why there was an alien. Didn't know what he was made for. Oh, I'm so sleepy. Didn't know any of the actual story behind it. It was just, all right, whatever. Everybody talks about it. I'm going to go see it. And the first one I saw was the live action. So it's like, I know they say the live action Disneys are lame. So I saw it. And my goodness, what a good movie. What a good characters and story. And Stitch is just just so good. What I like about Stitch is it's not that he was made, or it's not that he was like bad, and it was just he's misunderstood and he doesn't know how to be good. It's that, okay, I'm not making sense. Okay, walk with me here. Walk with me. Hold my hand. What I like about Stitch is that he was made to just be evil. Like, he was created by the alien guy. Like, hey, here's my experiment. He's just evil and bad. And Stitch was just evil and bad. It wasn't, he had a golden heart all along. It was, he had to learn, and he learned it through initially manipulating Lilo and then listening to, hey, here's how to be good. It's like, hey, you know what? You are bad, Stitch, but here's how to be better. And then he just learns to be better, and he's still kind of bad. But I like that he was just made bad. Like, he is bad. He is a bad thing, created to be bad. He exists to be bad. And he learns some ways not to be bad so he can have a family that originally he was just going to use to protect himself. It's just, and then that sounds simple. Like, that sounds like whatever. That's every movie that I've ever seen about a dog. No. Stitch is, he's not just this purple, blue, pink creature that blah, blah, blah. Like, he's not, like, I thought he was going to be more like the Minions, the dumb orange banana guys. And he's not like the dumb orange bananas guy. He's got, like, heart, and I can relate to him. Sometimes I'm like, you know what, I'm just bad. With all my mental health stuff, I'm just a bad thing, and I was made by a bad alien up in a ship. I'm experiment 6-2 ick, and I'm bad. I just need a Lilo in my life. Moana means family, and Nani is a smoke show, not like an actual smoke show, but like, there needs to be more Disney movies of the big sister having to figure it all out. I don't know how many more there are like that, but I like that. That was good. And then I watched the animated one, and it's even better. And then I watched the other animated movies, and I watched the series. That's one of the things I did over the summer while I was surrounded by people in my life, is I got into Lilo and Stitch. And it's dope. I don't know. That has nothing to do with Noonan. Nothing to do with Coweta. Oh, it does, because the Noonan Leisure Services. But it's just, it's something. And now when I go places, I'm like, wow, there's just Stitch everywhere. Stitch is everything. And it's crazy to me that all this time, like, I haven't even processed the Stitches everywhere. I've just been going about my life, having no idea what it is. And then it's just everywhere. It's just Stitchified. We got a Stitchified world. So how do you feel about Lilo and Stitch? Anyways, it helps my I don't have like ADHD, need to fixate on things, but I have some very specific methods for my suicidal depression that keeps me going and flowing, and finding little things like this and being able to enjoy them while I can is one of those things. So it's not, yeah. But anyway. Speaking of not good things, of just actual monsters. So I've been doing this Humans of Coweta thing, right? Which is basically, hey guys, share with me somebody important to you who lives in Coweta. I want to post about them, post a picture. I want them to be able to see it, and I want people to just brag on each other. And I've enjoyed doing that. But there have been a couple of people that I've posted that I've gotten messages from strangers just telling me how bad that person is, about how this person had an affair with their boss. Oh, hey, this person has a drinking problem. Like, then there was one more, which I don't know if I should say it because it might give away which one it was. Like, it's just people who come to me, private messenger, and being like, do you know the kind of people you're posting about and sharing about? Do you know the kind of people you're sponsoring on your page? This person did this thing to someone I love, and you need to be aware of it. They shouldn't be there. And it gives me a hard, it puts me in a hard spot. And I know it's not really about me. Obviously, I didn't delete any of them. No one that I posted on Humans of Coweta, I went back and deleted because I got some kind of comment complaining about it. There, I was gonna say I don't delete things. That's not true. I do delete things. If I post a joke, even if I think it's very funny, there are like 3 people that if they messaged me and they were like, "Hey, take this down. This was really bad taste," or "This was you need to let this one wait a bit," I would take it down. And that the 2 people that matter the most are my girlfriend Hanley and my little brother Daniel. If either of them messaged me and they told me, "Hey, take this down. This is not right," or "This is too soon," or "This is insensitive," or "This comes across like this," I delete it because I don't tend to read. I don't tend to think things through. I'm like, all right, how do I get that quick pop? Bam, let's go. Then there are other people who I would take the opinions of, not necessarily definitely take that. Like if Mayor Shepard messaged me and was like, "Hey, man, this one was," because he's been very supportive of me all along. I would probably take it down. Renee Lynn of Chatty Noonan Women, I really respect her and I respect how plugged in she is to the community. So if she messaged me about something, I would listen. And then if it's a business, I'll take it down. If I posted something about a business and they send me a message like, "Hey, this is hurting something about us," and they're being really good sports about it, I'll take it down. If I'm ever messaged by a business and they say, "Hey, take this down," and they tell me to take it down, that's not going to happen. But I've had all over the different scales of being told to take things down. But if you message me saying, "Hey, the Humans of Coweta thing you're doing," on that person's profile that has over 100 reactions and dozens and dozens and dozens of comments talking about how great they are, I want you to take it down because I don't like that person because they did something to me. I am sorry that those things happen. I wish all humans communicated in ways that were great for other humans and there was no drama, but that's not how it works. Lots of people don't like me. And if I had to delete anything about me, there would be no page. So, but then it makes me ask myself, and this is something that I started asking myself during the Coweta commissioners thing when you had Ryan and Harper and Dakota and all their arguing, is, well, when do I draw the line of there's stuff being said about somebody that we need to wait and see what is true and what is not true versus I want to talk to that person or I want to post about that person right now. Like I have gotten into I don't want to highlight people that are bad, not bad people, because I don't think anybody is just a bad person. I don't want to highlight people that are controversial or may use things in a way that's inappropriate. But then again, like, is that my response? Is it my responsibility as the dumb satire guy to care and worry about that? Or should I just grab people, talk about whoever I want, highlight whatever I want, make jokes about whatever I want, and then let the community argue about it? And I have reached a point of the popularity, and that's not to brag. It's going to happen to anybody who works hard for 6 years, of doing stuff with me is legitimate exposure. So is the exposure that I'm giving somebody the right kind of exposure, or should I just, when are the situations where I should just hands off and go, y'all do your thing. I don't want to be part of it. And I don't know. And that's the thing. I don't have an answer to that. I have no idea what the answer is. I have no idea when I should touch on things and when I shouldn't touch on things. I am one little fella. This isn't my whole life, who's trying to do this to make people smile and laugh and bring the community together in a way that's not so super serious. And it's not always going to work. There's always going to be somebody that doesn't like some, or always it's going to be somebody who thinks we're laughing at them and not with them. And I can't keep up with all that, I'm not going to be scared. So when is it scared and when is it unnecessary? Like, there's just these things now that I don't know. I don't know the answer to. And I ask people and they give me advice. And then the different people give me different advice. So then I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. And you know what? I think the most important part is that that's okay. It's okay for me not to know exactly where Harold's place is when serious things come up and I have the ability to give exposure to certain things. Like, it's okay for me not to know when to delete somebody who's a human of Coweta and when to keep them up. I'm glad that I've kept up everybody I had. Does that mean there's probably somebody out there that I've posted about that may be kind of a scumlord? Probably, but I don't know. So I guess I want to make sure I have a clean conscience, and I want to make sure my goals for Noon and Time with Harold are still being met. So if I can hit those two out of the park, Babe Ruth it, Barry Bonds with a bronze bat, as I always say, I think I'm doing well. Anyways, I don't know. We got into me talking about my feelings, and that's never good. Never good. But that's what this podcast is about. The behind the scenes of pork and beans. Hitting a 2-run homer off of Barry Bonds bronze, something like that. I already forgot what my old saying was. What I got going on this week? I think, okay, so I've got this electric stim therapy in my spine. So it means I'm getting electro stim from this device into my spine right now that's helping with my nerves. And in order to really figure out if it's working, I need to get up and walk around and do a lot of activities that aren't bending, lifting, pulling, anything like that, twisting, because I can't knock this device out. So I think what Hanley and I are going to do this weekend is go to downtown Sonoy and walk around and spend a evening there, which I haven't done that in forever. I grew up over there. I grew up over there when it was just like a library, the VHS store, and like the church. Like that's like all we had. We had Holbrook's furniture. Besides that, wasn't a lot going on. So I think we're going to go do that and just take a night to do the damn thing, which is walk around Sonoy, maybe find spots where I used to go and cry, and now instead of crying, I'll be there kissing my girl. Also, I sent an email to Barbers on the Boulevard about an hour ago saying I want a haircut and to do some pictures and promotional stuff for them, and they haven't responded to me yet. It's only been an hour. I was hoping they'd respond while I was doing this podcast, but they have not. But the hope is that at some point I'll be able to go over there, Barbers on the Boulevard, and snap some videos and photos. And I've never been, and I've heard great things, and it would be awesome to promote a small business that I haven't promoted yet, which means I still love you, Cuts and Comics. That ain't what it is. It's just there's a lot of businesses out there. Anyways, I think that's it for me. This is Monday morning for you, which means I hope you're having a beautiful day. If you're not having a beautiful day, chances are that's my fault. So I want to say two things. First, I love you. I love you like Barry Bonds with a bronze bat hitting a double home run. Oh, I was going to say two things. I don't remember what the other one was. I'm sorry, I guess it's the other thing now. Bye!